SEMO head coach Tom Matukewicz. Red Hawks shut out Northwestern State, now 4-1 overall, 13 in both FCS polls, and they are going to go on the road. They'll be at Eastern Illinois this weekend, their second association game of the season. So, Coach, just some general thoughts, and then we'll go into some questions.
Yeah, just excited for another week. We got some sunshine. We had a nice little practice on Monday, and so excited about this OVC run we're trying to go on.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to some questions. Jake, I know you're with us, so you can go first.
Yeah, good morning, Coach. How are you?
Great, Jake.
So I know when we spoke on Saturday, you said that I think EIU was SEMO before SEMO became SEMO, at least when you got here. What have you done to, I don't want to say bury them, but, you've beaten them the last 6 times out when you played them?
We've won 6 in a row.
In the series, yeah.
Didn't know that, but yeah, when I first got here, well, I was at SIU. We played EIU quite a bit. I was at NIU when EIU was rolling, so they just have had a long, storied career or history with a lot of great coaches and a lot of NFL players and stuff like that. And then when I got here, they were coming off playoffs, and I think if I remember right, one of my first top 25 victories against them. And we've just kind of been able to keep stacking on things here. So have a lot of respect for them and their program. And it's hard to win against EIU, and especially there. And so we have a work cut out for us.
I know you mentioned on Saturday that this is the start of your, 7-game mission to bring home a conference championship. Do you view, and does your team view this week as the start of a new season in a way?
I mean, I think they're excited about, trying to, where it's just, all right, now let's lock in here and focus on a conference opponent. But I think ultimately, we're just trying to be the best version of ourselves. So we're just trying to figure out where we're at, what's things that can be improved, injuries, all those type of things. So it just feels like we're constantly trying to get better and help our players get better.
But I guess in terms of this next 7 chunk of games, I mean, these are the games you have to win to be where you want to be at the end of the season. And not to discount the non-conference play, but is there some extra heightened importance on the next 7 games?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we all came to do. We're here, learned a lot about ourselves, and now it's time to make it happen. I think you just don't want to focus on winning a championship, because you need to focus on the things that win a championship, right? So it's not, hey, let's not talk about winning. Let's talk about the things that win.
And you mentioned, learning. What have you learned about your team, about this group in the first 5 games?
They're a lot of fun to coach. They're really bought in. We got really good leadership. We've been able to, continually improve. For some reason, our penalty thing has not gotten better. It's kind of been an issue all year round, and so I'm really trying to figure out that piece of things. But other than that, the things that we've stressed seem to get better. So I think they're coachable, which is a great attribute of a team, that they want to get better, they want to be coached, and this team, it feels like they are that.
I know on Saturday we saw your team win, but we really weren't used to seeing them win in that way, right? 1 touchdown the whole game, 13 points from your kicker. It was a win. You don't apologize for a win, but it just seemed a little off. Was it something, did you notice that throughout the game at all, or?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I thought we, moved the football and then got stuck in the red zone. I think just we weren't able to throw and catch like we have in the past. But run game was solid. It was just one of those games, that you talk about making sure you score touchdowns in the red zones. I mean, at the end of the day, you still had 7 trips down there. 7 trips in the red zone is a good day, but if you're 4 or 6 on field goals, it's gonna, the team's still going to be around, and that's the lesson. If our defense wasn't playing so well, that could have, we could have dropped one there.
And I guess I know, I guess just final thoughts for you wrapping up the weekend. I know at this point you probably moved on to EIU. We know games coming up Saturday, but is there something, do you have a big takeaway from Saturday?
I mean, I get positives and negatives from every game. I just think at the end of the day, we need a really good week of preparation. We need to lock in and have a good week. But I feel good. Like when we played UT Martin, I thought our defense played really bad, to be honest. No one talks about that because we scored a bunch of points. But I thought we played poorly on defense, and then we beat Northwestern State, and I thought we could have played better on offense, but defensively, man, it was a lights out showing. So I mean, I don't get caught up in necessarily all the things that everybody else gets caught up in. I feel good. There'd be no reason that we can't play well this weekend. If we don't, it's because we're not handling the process the way we should.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet, Jake.
Just Coach, just a little bit more maybe on Eastern Illinois, and they've played a tough schedule with 2 FBS opponents, and then they were ahead this past weekend and kind of lost it late. So just a little bit more thoughts on what you've seen of them, particularly this year.
I mean, I'm still processing all their film and stuff like that. They got a lot of players back. They're certainly when you watch the film, you're not sitting there watching scores. You know what I mean? So you're just watching and evaluating plays, and they at times played really, really well and haven't been able to finish games like I know they want. And so I know after playing coach for they're coached well, so I know if I got beat and had a 17-0 lead in the first half and got beat, I know what my team would do the next week, and so I know what they'll do, and so we'll be got to be ready because I know the pride that program has, those coaches have, and they're going to have them absolutely ready to rip and run. And good. Let's go have a great college football game.
Coach, appreciate your time this morning. Best luck on Saturday. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
You bet. Thanks, Kyle.